Hey, English learners! Welcome back to the English Unlocked, your cozy place to learn English through natural conversations, useful vocabulary, and meaningful ideas about everyday life. I'm Emma.
And I'm Sam.
Sam, can I ask you something?
Of course. What's on your mind?
How motivated do you feel right now?
Right now? Honestly, it depends on the day. Some mornings I wake up and I feel like I can do anything. I make plans, I write lists, I feel unstoppable. And then by Tuesday, I'm lying on the couch watching videos and eating snacks.
I think many people can relate to that.
It's like motivation has its own schedule, and nobody tells me what it is.
And that's exactly what today's episode is about.
Today, we're talking about how to stay motivated every day, not just on the good days, every day.
We'll talk about why motivation comes and goes, why that's completely normal, and what we can do to keep moving forward even when we don't feel like it.
And we're not going to tell you to just try harder or think more positively. We think motivation is more interesting and more human than that.
Exactly.
If you're a B1 or B2 English learner, this conversation is perfect for you.
And if you're a strong A2 learner, don't worry about understanding every word. Just relax, listen, and enjoy.
Maybe you're on your way to work, taking a walk, cooking dinner, or lying in bed after a long day.
We're really glad you're here. So, Sam, let me ask you something. Why do you think motivation disappears?
Honestly, I have no idea. One day I'm excited about learning English, exercising, eating healthy, and the next day I just want to sleep and do nothing.
And when that happens, what do you tell yourself?
Honestly, usually something like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just stay motivated like everyone else?
I think many people say that to themselves. But here's the thing. Nobody stays motivated all the time.
Wait, really?
Really, motivation is a feeling, and like all feelings, it comes and goes. You don't feel happy every single second, you don't feel hungry every single moment, and you don't feel motivated every single day.
I never thought about it like that. I always assumed that motivated people just feel motivated all the time.
That's actually one of the biggest misunderstandings about motivation. We see someone successful and we think, they must wake up motivated every morning. But the truth is, they probably don't.
So what keeps them going?
Something deeper than a feeling, but let's come back to that in a moment. First, let me ask you this. When does motivation usually disappear for you?
Usually about 3 days. I start something new, I feel excited, I make plans, I tell everyone about it. By day 3, the excitement fades and suddenly everything feels harder.
That's incredibly common. There's actually a pattern to it. When something is new, our brain gives us a burst of energy and excitement. It feels fresh, interesting, even fun.
Like the first day of a new class, or the first week of a new year.
Exactly. But after a few days, the newness wears off. The task is still there, but the excitement isn't. And that's when most people stop.
Because they think the motivation is gone.
Exactly. But the motivation isn't really gone. It's just changed. That first kind of motivation, that exciting feeling at the beginning, was never going to last forever. It's like a match. It starts the flame, but it burns out quickly. You need something else to keep the fire going.
Wow. So the match isn't the problem. The problem is that we expect the match to burn all night.
Exactly. And once we understand that, everything changes.
So the problem isn't that we lose motivation. The problem is that we think we're supposed to have it all the time.
Yes, and when we don't feel it, we think something is wrong with us. But nothing is wrong. We're just human. Sam, there's something I've been thinking about. If motivation is just a feeling that comes and goes, then what actually keeps people moving forward?
That's the big question, isn't it?
It is, and the answer might surprise some people. It's not about finding more motivation. It's about building small habits that don't need motivation.
Wait, what do you mean?
Think about brushing your teeth. Do you feel motivated to brush your teeth every morning?
No, I just do it.
Exactly. You don't need a motivational speech to brush your teeth. You just do it because it's part of your life.
So you're saying we should make important things feel as automatic as brushing our teeth?
Yes, that's the real idea. Motivation gets you started, but habits keep you going.
Motivation starts the engine, but habits are the fuel.
I love that.
But Emma, how do you build a habit when you don't feel like doing anything?
Start so small that you can't say no.
What do you mean?
If you want to exercise every day, don't plan to run for 30 minutes. Just tell yourself, I'll put on my shoes. That's it.
Just put on my shoes? That's the whole plan?
That's the whole plan. Because once the shoes are on, you'll probably walk outside. And once you're outside, you'll probably walk for 5 minutes. And sometimes 5 minutes becomes 30.
You know, I tried this with English. I told myself I'll just open one English podcast, not listen to the whole thing, just open it.
And what happened?
Most of the time, I ended up listening to the entire episode, because once I started, it didn't feel so hard anymore.
That's a perfect example. The hardest part is always the beginning.
Wow, that actually makes sense.
The biggest lie about motivation is waiting until you feel ready to start. But most of the time, action comes first, and the feeling comes after.
So you don't wait to feel motivated. You just start and the motivation shows up while you're doing it.
Exactly. Motivation isn't something you find. It's something you create through small actions.
I've never thought about it like that.
And here's something else. Small wins create energy. When you finish one small thing, your brain feels good. And that good feeling gives you the energy to do the next thing and the next and the next.
So motivation isn't a big tank that you fill up once. It's more like a cycle. You do something small, you feel good, and that gives you energy to do more.
Exactly. It's a loop. And you can start the loop at any point, even with something tiny.
Maybe the goal isn't to always feel motivated. Maybe it's to learn how to keep moving forward even when you don't.
Beautifully said.
So it's less about feelings and more about a quiet commitment to keep going.
I love that word. Yes, a quiet commitment. That's exactly what it is. Sam, I think it's time to get practical. What can someone actually do when they wake up and feel zero motivation?
Zero? Like not even a little bit?
Not even a little bit.
Well, first, I think they should know that it's completely okay. Everyone has days like that.
That's a beautiful starting point.
But if I had to give one piece of advice, I'd say this: do the smallest possible thing.
What does that look like for you?
When I don't want to study English, I don't open a textbook. I don't pressure myself to write an essay. I just listen to one song in English, or I read one sentence, or I write one word. It sounds silly, but one tiny action often leads to another.
That's not silly at all. That's exactly how it works.
And here's something that helped me a lot. I stopped comparing my bad days to my good days.
What do you mean?
On my best days, I study for an hour, I practice speaking, I feel amazing. On my worst days, I listen to one podcast episode while making dinner. I used to think my bad days were failures, but now I think my bad days are still progress.
I love that idea. A bad day where you do something small is still better than giving up completely.
Exactly. It's like watering a plant. Some days you give it a lot of water, some days just a few drops. But as long as you don't stop completely, the plant keeps growing.
That's a beautiful comparison. And I think there's another important piece. Connect your actions to something meaningful.
What do you mean?
When you know why you're doing something, it's easier to keep going. If you're learning English just because someone told you to, motivation will be hard to find. But if you're learning English because you want to travel, to connect with people, or to build a better future for yourself, that reason becomes your fuel.
So the why is more powerful than the how.
Exactly. Your reason gives you direction, and when motivation disappears, your reason can remind you why you started.
That's powerful. I remember when I first started learning English, I was terrible. My pronunciation was bad, my grammar was worse, and I wanted to quit at least 10 times.
What kept you going?
I imagined myself having a real conversation with someone in English. Not perfect, not fluent, just real. Just two people talking and understanding each other. That picture in my mind kept me going even on the worst days.
That must have taken a lot of courage.
It did. And you know what? Eventually it happened. It wasn't perfect. I made mistakes. I forgot words. But it was real. And it was one of the best feelings I've ever had.
And that moment was only possible because you kept going on all those difficult days before it.
Exactly. Every small step mattered, even the ones that felt useless at the time.
Maybe someone listening right now is having one of those difficult days. Maybe they're wondering if all this effort is worth it.
If that's you, I want you to know something. It is worth it. Not because every day will feel amazing, but because the small things you do today are building something you can't see yet.
And one day, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to take the next step.
I think I've learned something today.
What's that?
Motivation isn't about being excited all the time. It's about showing up, even when you're not. And I think that's something anyone can learn to do.
And that, I think, is a beautiful place to finish our conversation.
And before we finish, I think it's time for my favorite part.
I knew you were going to say that.
You know me. Let's explore some useful vocabulary.
All right, today's words are B1 to C1 level. They're perfect for talking about motivation, effort, and what it takes to keep going. Our first word today is energy.
Ooh, I need more of that.
Energy means the strength and enthusiasm to do things. It's about having the power to keep going, physically or mentally.
So when I feel tired after a long day and I don't want to do anything, I have low energy.
Exactly. Here's an example. A short walk in the morning gives me energy for the rest of the day.
Small wins give you more energy than big plans.
Our next word is determination.
Ooh, I like the sound of that word. It sounds strong.
Determination means the quality of continuing to try something even when it's difficult. It's about refusing to give up.
So if I keep studying English even when I feel like quitting, that's determination.
Exactly. Here's an example. Her determination to improve her English helped her pass the exam.
I think determination is what carries you when motivation takes a break. Our third word is commitment.
That's an important word for today's topic.
Commitment means a serious promise you make to yourself or to someone else. It's about deciding to keep doing something no matter what.
Exactly. It's not just saying you'll do something, it's actually doing it again and again.
Here's an example. His commitment to daily practice made him a better speaker.
I love that. Commitment is about showing up, especially on the days you don't feel like it. Our fourth word is inspire.
What does inspire mean?
Inspire means to make someone feel excited or enthusiastic about doing something. When something inspires you, it makes you want to take action.
So when I listen to someone's story and I think, I want to do that too, that person inspired me.
Exactly. Here's an example. Her journey of learning English inspired many other students.
That's motivating. People inspire each other more than they realize.
And our final word today is perseverance.
Ooh, that's a big word. What does it mean?
Perseverance means continuing to try something for a long time, even when it's very difficult or when other people might stop.
So perseverance is like determination, but over a longer time.
Yes, exactly. It's about long-term effort and patience. Here's an example. Learning a new language requires perseverance, not perfection.
Wow. Perseverance is the most powerful word today, because it tells us that the journey is long, and that's perfectly okay.
Let's do a quick review.
Energy, the strength and enthusiasm to do things.
Determination, continuing to try even when it's difficult.
Commitment, a serious promise to keep going.
Inspire, to make someone feel excited about doing something.
And finally, perseverance, continuing for a long time even when it's very hard.
Try using one of these words in a sentence this week. They'll make your English sound more natural and more confident.
I think perseverance is definitely my favorite word today because it reminds me that success isn't about speed, it's about not stopping.
Really? I thought you'd choose energy.
Well, I have lots of favorite words.
Before we finish, remember this. Motivation isn't something that stays forever. It comes, it goes, and that's completely normal. The people who keep going aren't the ones who feel motivated every day. They're the ones who show up even when they don't. You don't have to feel inspired every morning. You don't have to have a perfect plan. If all you did today was one small thing, that's already enough. Just one step, one small effort, one moment of trying. That's all it takes.
And here's a question for you. What is one small thing you can do today to move closer to your goal even if you don't feel motivated? Tell us in the comments. I'm Sam.
And I'm Emma.
And you've been listening to The English Unlocked.
Thank you for spending part of your day with us.
Keep learning, keep growing, and remember, showing up is already half the victory.
We'll see you in the next episode.
And remember, your English goal and your life goal are both closer than you think.